Okay guys, thank you for watching. In the video today, we have an interesting take from Sony on the Activision takeover by Microsoft, and that Sony believes Call of Duty could influence users' choice of console. We have the Russo Brothers that have said that The Last of Us Part 2 is one of the greatest games ever made, and speaking of The Last of Us, the Last of Us HBO series is very, very respectful of the game, and that's according to Bella Ramsey, who plays Ellie in the HBO series. Before I move on guys, do me a favour and hit the subscribe, like and bell buttons. The links to the articles are down below in the description. So we're starting off with Sony that are now quite worried that Call of Duty exclusivity could force or persuade gamers to buy Xbox consoles ahead of PlayStation. It says here, Call of Duty could influence users' console of choice, says Sony. Sony reckons that Activision Blizzard's acquisition at the hands of Microsoft could see Call of Duty sway users over to Xbox consoles, with the console maker responding to questions from Brazil's regulatory body, which is studying the proposed deal for approval like many other regions. Sony highlighted the importance the company puts on Activision's first-person shooter franchise, which is claimed influences users' console choice. Speaking as part of its answers in the questionnaire, the hardware giant labelled Call of Duty as an essential game, a blockbuster, a AAA game that has no rival. According to a 2019 study, the importance of Call of Duty to entertainment in general is indescribable. The brand was the only video game IP to break into the top 10 of all entertainment brands amongst fans, and this is joining powerhouses such as Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Call of Duty is so popular that it influences users' choice of console, and its network of loyal users is so entrenched that even if a competitor had the budget to develop a similar product, it would not be able to rival it. The next installment of Call of Duty franchise, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, is scheduled to release on all platforms on October 28th, 2022. There's quite a lot of sensible logic to this. Whether you like it or not, whether you play it or not, Call of Duty is a console seller. Not only that, but if you choose to buy or play the game on a particular type of console, then your friends are also going to be influenced and play on the same console more often than not. I know some games support crossplay. I don't know if Call of Duty does or not. I mean, it probably does, but still, if your friends are playing on an Xbox, you're probably going to play it on an Xbox. The question here is, will Call of Duty be exclusive to Xbox? We know it's not going to be for the next couple of years, but we don't know what's happening after that. If it's going to be exclusive to Xbox, then I feel players will go out and buy a Series X or a Series S, get a Game Pass sub and play the game. However, as we've seen before with other titles, if Call of Duty is also available on the PlayStation to buy and it's free on Game Pass, so long as you can still get it on the PlayStation, I think PlayStation will be fine. The brand is strong enough for players to go ahead and buy the game on a PlayStation. As I've mentioned before, the PlayStation brand is strong and gamers will just end up buying the game on the PlayStation. Don't forget, with PlayStation's acquisition of Bungie, they could also use the same tactics as Xbox and have Destiny available free to play on PS Plus, on any other subscription, even Essential, and it could be worth £70 in the UK on the Xbox console. So Sony can also play that game if they wanted to. So it's interesting to see, certainly over the next few years, what happens to these big multi-billion-dollar franchises that are at the moment available on every console. But we know that the owners of those the owners of the franchises are console specific. So very interesting space to watch over the next few years. Anyhow, moving on to our next piece of information, the Russo brothers say that The Last of Us Part 2 is one of the greatest games ever made. Anthony and Joe Russo have heaped praise on Naughty Dog's The Last of Us Part 2 while discussing their favourite chase sequence during a chat with IGN. One of the sequences the pair picked out was Uncharted 4, a Thief's End chase, where Nathan Drake and Victor Sullivan assist Sam Drake in escaping shoreline mercenaries. Joe Russo compared it to an opening from a James Bond film before commenting, "I would say that Uncharted is one of the best action gaming franchises of all time." Elsewhere, the duo also mentioned that Rat King sequence from The Last of Us Part 2. When introducing the clip, Joe commented, "This is one of the greatest games ever made, The Last of Us." Regarding Abby narrowly escaping the creature, he added, "This is a page out of a Steven Spielberg playbook." The Last of Us Part 2 was released on PS4 in June 2020. Regardless of your opinion on the story, in my opinion, I have to agree, The Last of Us Part 2 is one of the greatest games ever made, along with Ghost of Tsushima, for me certainly. And a point about Uncharted, I think it's safe to say you can pick any of the Uncharted games and take a look at their set pieces and they are absolutely freaking amazing. It's like watching a blockbuster Hollywood movie. Moving on to the final piece and more related news to The Last of Us, we have The Last of Us HBO series, which is very respectful of the game, says Bella Ramsey. So speaking during an interview with She Knows, Bella Ramsey, who portrays Ellie in the upcoming HBO The Last of Us series, has revealed that the show will be very respectful of the game, but acknowledged fans are bound to have some concerns. I think people are going to love the adaptation. I know they were worried about it, of course. When something is so precious to you as a viewer and as a gamer, of course you're going to be worried about the adaptation. But honestly, I think people are going to love it. It very much follows the emotional beats of the game and it's very respectful of the game and honours the game. But the live action series adaptation brings a whole new life into it. It explores different avenues that weren't explored so much in the game. I do think people are going to love it. I hope they do. It was so much fun to make, such an experience. I hope that the audience feel and experience this too when they come in on the adventure with us. The Last of Us HBO will feature Pedro Pascal in the role of Joel Miller and is scheduled to arrive at some point in early 2023. I'm actually looking forward to this. I don't know about you guys, but I love the post-apocalyptic TV world shows like The Walking Dead, for example. And this show, The Last of Us, falls right into that category. So for me, it's a must watch. I also don't want this to stray too far from the story of Joel and Ellie, but I am keen for them to introduce new characters in that world and new stories in that world. So very much looking forward to the HBO series. Okay guys, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you for watching. On your way out, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, leave a like on the video and hit the bell notification icon.